What's wrong with them right now, Real Madrid?
Militao was as bad defensively tonight as Mbappe was going forward.
That's all I needed. That's all I needed for him to do that. And it became personal with me.
Valverde. Mbappe! The wait is over for one Mbappe La Liga goal.
I want you to put the word out there that we back up. Understand me? We back up.
Finally, we all knew it was going to be a matter of time before Mbappe scored. He just has too much quality not to be scoring or assisting goals. You just felt that this is the start of something special at Real Madrid. Mbappe is going to be at this club for many years, scoring many more goals. I mean, he's just looked so dangerous and just on the cusp of scoring goals and getting going. So let's hope that this one will open the floodgates. But I just want to quickly talk about the game as well. Overall, I thought this was much better than the first 3 games that we had in La Liga. First, we have to start by giving Aurélien Tchouaméni his flowers for that performance. Carlo said in the press conference after the game that he's irreplaceable, and I agree with him in terms of nobody has the same profile as him in the team. I mean, let's go through some of these stats from tonight's game. 93 pass accuracy, 12 passes into the attacking third, 3 accurate long balls, 3 out of 4 tackles won, 2 blocks, 4 interceptions, 8 recoveries. He won 10 out of 11 duels. That's a mark of a phenomenal performance. Today, he looked like the player that Real Madrid was trying to sign all this time. He was an absolute monster in this game. And if he plays like that more consistently, you won't hear any criticism from people. It just felt like in this match, physically, he was so dominant. But what's interesting is Carlo Ancelotti deployed him as a single pivot. He was playing at the 6th in this game, and he just looked a lot more comfortable in that role. So a slight change from him playing in that double pivot, except for when we were in possession. In possession, he formed a double pivot with Ceballos, with Valverde actually moving more in the middle, sort of more in that 10 role. And I think part of the reason why Ancelotti did that is because he wanted to delegate the responsibility of the ball progression from Valverde to Ceballos. And overall, I thought that strategy worked. But there was one moment in the game where Ceballos almost gave up the ball in a very bad zone. And a few of his passes were a little short in this match. So again, Ceballos is a good player. But he's just not a great player. And he's not maybe suited for the big matches. But overall, against 80% of the opposition in La Liga, he's a perfect fit. In this match, we moved the ball a lot more quickly. And this was the best performance. So I would give this out of 10, probably like a 6.8 out of 10. We still have a long way to go in terms of meeting our potential, but it just felt like the team played with a lot more drive to win. And you saw players making sure that the Real Betis players were not able to turn. And they were very aggressive without the ball in this match. But again, one of the issues that Carlo Ancelotti outlined in the press conference after the Las Palmas game was the fact that the team wasn't very compact without possession, and that still showed in this match. There's a few instances where there's just too much space when the ball was in transition for Real Betis, that if we were facing a really deadly team in transition, they could have really punished us. But it got better as the game went on. And you saw players like Rodrigo putting in a defensive shift. Like at times, Rodrigo was almost playing as a right wing back. But again, talking about the Tchouameni performance, he did such a good job of screening and making sure that those transition opportunities were stopped in their tracks. And when you're getting him performing like that, the way he did tonight, the team's a lot more solid. One of the last players that I want to talk about in this video is Rodrigo. I thought he had a solid performance. He played well today. You could argue and say maybe he was the best out of the 3 between him, Vini, and Mbappe. And when you think about it, he's the one who's going through the biggest change this season in terms of the positional play he's having to now take on. In this game, there was a few adjustments that I noticed that Carlo made. In the last game against Las Palmas, he was almost touching the touchline. But in this game, it was actually Carvajal who was providing the width on the right-hand side, and Rodrigo would tuck in a little bit more, which suits him. A lot of people don't give Carvajal his credit in terms of his delivery into the box. I mean, there was one cross where he provided to Mbappe, which was almost a goal. And that's what you need. That's when I talked about in my last video about balance. You need a guy like Carvajal who will limit the amount of touches he will take, and he's going to be a lot more direct providing those passes to the back post. Whereas Rodrigo's instinct is to have more touches and to try to dribble, which slows down the game and allows the opposition to have bodies in the box. So this was a lot more efficient in terms of an attack. Overall, very happy with the performance. It could still get significantly better from here. I want to see Arda Güler play more. Especially, I want to see if he can be more involved in the build-up phase. So we'll take the 3 points against a tough team. Next, it's Real Sociedad away. So again, that's never an easy match, traveling to the Basque part of Spain. And just let me know real quick in the comment section what kind of content you guys want to see me make as well. I'd be interested to hear from you guys. Until next time, thank you for watching. Hala Madrid.